What's going on, everybody? I know it's early. This isn't a pickups video, but in my very first video, I said this was going to be a review channel, also, sort of, so I just have something to kind of say about 4K titles, and specifically some of the one out of the ones I have. These are I'm going to be talking about my worst 4K titles that I have or that I've seen so far. And I don't just necessarily mean video quality, I mean audio quality, and there's just no reason for it to be worse than the Blu-ray discs. So, first, this is I did take it out of its case. These are all the 4K Spider-Mans minus Homecoming, and then I put all the Blu-ray ones just in the other steelbook. That being said, the Amazing Spider-Man's great in 4K. The original trilogy is it's a mess. The grain in it is really strong, so it's kind of, I don't want to say pixely, but it's very fuzzy and not clear at all. So I would say if you can and you liked the Amazing Spider-Man movies, pick those up over the trilogy, unless you can get this for a really good price just to have them all in your collection. Do that. But the original Spider-Man trilogy is not good in 4K, not worth the price. But like I said, I got this whole set for $25. But yeah, it's not that good. That's the least of my concerns for 4K at the moment. Push I watched a while ago, and I was watching it on my computer speakers that I had hooked up to my TV. It's kind of like my surround kind of ghetto surround sound basically, and the sound was a nightmare. You could barely understand anything they were saying. All the music and effects were extremely bassy and loud. So I unplugged that. I just watched it again, even through TV speakers. The voices, the how do I say it? The conversations in this movie are very, very quiet compared to everything else. The picture quality is great, and it's still a fun watch, but until they do something with the sound, and maybe it just needs an Atmos or something, because it does have Atmos and Dolby Vision, so maybe when they added that, they changed how everything sounded, and it just needs an Atmos to sound good. But for 4K, I believe it's supposed to be the best picture, best sound quality, and all that. There's no excuse for that. And then Terminator 2, one of my favorite all-time action and sci-fi movies. The Blu-ray is better than the 4K. Now the 4K is good. I don't have any gripes with the sound, but every single person in this movie looks extremely waxy. Like, they all look like plastic figures basically, or like sort of like where is it here? Sort of like Warcraft. Like they look pretty real, but you can tell they're CG. It's almost to that extent in Terminator 2. Like, they all look very heavily waxy, and it's called DNR. This is, out of all my 4K movies that have special effects, and the older ones like Gladiator and Saving Private Ryan, which I would think would need to be updated a little bit or fixed up somehow, it doesn't seem to do that at all. This one has so much of that waxy like textures in the faces and skin. Like, they're trying to make everyone too clear. It ruined the movie for me. So I watched it once. Unless someone asks to see it, I probably won't watch it again. And that's why I'm kind of reorganizing my collection here, because I had it set up alphabetically because that's how I like to find things, and now I'm doing it like best to worst, and this one is not necessarily worse because the Harry Potters are really good in 4K. So is Fantastic Beasts, but this row I'm trying to make like a row that's stuff for my girlfriend, sort of, because she's more of a fan of all these than I am. I mean, I like Cabin in the Woods, but I watched it once in 4K. It's not bad. It's not bad at all, but I just probably won't watch it. Just pop it in at any time. It'll probably be more of a Halloween type thing. Whereas all these, I could literally pop in any time and be fine. Which me and her actually just watched it in 4K a couple days ago, and there was one scene in the house right there where they're exploring and stuff, and there was these pictures in this room with clown faces on them, and she looked at me and was like, I've never seen the clown faces in there before, so that kind of freaked her out. But yeah, it has so much added detail in that disc, and really made me want more horror 4K titles, and Split looked really good in 4K as well. But so yeah, if this is kind of something you want to see along with my unboxings and pickups, then let me know. All of those are just Blu-rays I have that I didn't want to get rid of yet, because A Cure for Wellness is really good. Epic is great. Kubo is really surprisingly good, and it's on Netflix. I just have a feeling they're going to take it down. Old Boy is fantastic. The Prestige, if they had a 4K release, they kind of stopped making it for some reason, so I'm waiting until that comes back out so I can get that on 4K. Rush is one of my girlfriend's favorites, and it's a really good movie. Sisters is really funny. There's the Spider-Man Blu-rays. Sucker Punch is just a great movie. I can't wait for that to come on 4K. Tangled, and of course Tron, very underrated in my opinion, but once those come out on 4K, I'll start getting those also. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow for a pickups video, and maybe like a top 5 or 10 of my 4K titles, and so hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff tomorrow, and I'll updates for pickups tomorrow. So thanks for watching.